Prosper grows rapidly, fast enough to demand a new elementary school each year for the past 2 years. Even with the addition of Hughes and Windsong Elementaries and plans for a new high school, the town of Prosper is looking for ways to accommodate for the increasing population.
High school sports are officially back in full swing, with district matches coming into play and a volleyball team that is ranked #1 in 5A. What will the year bring for Prosper sports?
Fall is hitting Texas slower than usual, with temperatures still at summer highs. We are yet to see cooler temperatures, and many are wondering when the weather will cool down.
Eagle Nation News starts right now. Good morning, Prosper High School, and welcome to the first episode of Eagle Nation News of the school year. I'm Brandon Bonaparte.
And I'm Sola Kantai. Here are today's top stories. The Eagle Shack has acquired some new real estate. The former book room near the library on the arena side of the school will be the new location of the Shack, which used to be on the lower level of the arena. Snacks, beverages, and spiritware are available for purchase as of last Friday.
Last week, Prosper's student leadership team collected various school supplies for Louisiana residents who were recently affected by a major flood, which amounted over 31 inches of rain in just one day. The students raised supplies such as notebooks and binders for the victims of the flood, and some even traveled down to Louisiana to help and assist the victims.
Friday night lights begin the first week of school, but the brand preparations come long before kickoff. While most had the luxury of sleeping in during the summer months, the Prosper High School band was up early learning drill after drill and perfecting this year's show.
Though the school year ended June 5th for many, summer had yet to begin for a select few.
That's right, Brandon. This summer, Werner and Alexis Vu traveled to the national debate competition where they won first place. Tish Kama and Jake Fine have the story.
Most students found ways to avoid the topic of school starting up. Although, for some, their academic year was far from over. Seniors Alexis Vu and Werner traveled from Prosper, Texas to Salt Lake City, Utah to compete in a national debate tournament through NASSP. Their team went through a national qualifying tournament where they competed in cross-examination, also known as CX debate, against 30 other teams where they went undefeated and qualified as first place, advancing them to nationals.
At the tournament, there's judges from across the nation. You honestly don't know who you're going to get in the back of the room. So every round we had to sort of change up our strategy to adapt to the person who is in the back of the room. It's a lot of teamwork because me and Mark, while we do work on our own stuff, a lot of the things we get are from collaboration with our other teammates and the consultants we work with. So not only do we work with policy debaters, we also work with some of our LD squad to get things like evidence and cases.
The topic for last year for the national tournament that we competed at was over government surveillance. So it sort of got into some of those sort of bigger picture ideas of constitutional rights, as well as sort of the debate that's been going on between civil liberties and security.
Alexis and Mark cleared 2 elimination rounds, qualifying them as top 30 in the nation.
It's sort of one of those things that sounds really intimidating at first and can be sort of, it's a large sort of research and work burden to get through, but when you're really able to get into it, it's something that really pays off.
Debate has definitely made me a really good writer. It helps articulation and also how to share information clearly.
We competed in Chicago this year, traveled a lot throughout Texas to sort of compete at different places too.
New debate coach, Mr. Renaud, we're really excited for him so far. It looks like he's really meshing with the team, and it looks like he has the same team goals as we do. So it's looking to be a good season.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Jake Fine.
After the commercial break, Kaitlyn Wessels shows us Prosper's newest elementary school, Hughes Elementary.
If you already couldn't tell from the massive clutter in the high school, space is starting to become an issue here in Prosper.
Absolutely, and Prosper's more recent addition, Hughes Elementary, has officially opened for the 2016-2017 school year. Kaitlyn Wessels has the academic report.
standing in front of Windsong Elementary at its opening ceremony, where this ribbon was just cut. It takes a lot of hard work to open a new school, so before Windsong and Hughes Elementary could open, there was a long list of things that had to be done.
First, you have to start with cooperation and collaboration with the builders and the school district, and then you start building the building itself, and after that it's all the departments within the school district to organize and collaborate.
Then, after the school is built, supplies like chairs, desks, library books, and even pencils and paper are brought into the school.
So this process of ordering supplies, working with principals, so the minute that they are named as the principal, it begins.
Jana Thompson, who has had past experience in opening elementaries, tells us what it's like to open a new school.
Is choosing the colors, working with the architectural teams. Everyone sees just a shell of a school and they have no idea all the different components that go into it.
Stock in the library is one of the key elements to opening a new school.
So today we're getting to unload all the books and put those in the bookshelves, and I'm so excited to get students in here and be able to get these books into the students' hands.
From stocking the library to ordering supplies, the Hughes and Windsong Elementaries were able to finish preparing just in time for the new school year. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Kaitlyn Wessels.
And now Ethan Burden has your first ever social media update.
I'm Ethan Burden here with your daily dose of social media. The other day, we ran a poll and asked what your favorite pizza topping was. 41% answered pepperoni, 11% answered sausage, 35% answered cheese, and 13% answered supreme. But personally, my favorite topping is probably pepperoni. Also, after school today, make sure to use the hashtag #ProsperProud and tweet us pictures of anything Prosper. That means anything from the silos or railroad tracks to stickers on your car or just a t-shirt. We'll select a winner later tonight and they'll be announced tomorrow on the show. On top of that, tag us in any of your Hawaiian Day pictures from last week's pep rally and your picture could have a chance of being featured on the show. Well, that's it for your daily dose of social media. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Nation News. We're close to hitting our 3,000 followers mark, and for our 3,000 follower, we'll give away a $15 Chipotle gift card. And don't forget to turn on our post notifications for more updates and look what's going on in ENN. And to suggest more poll ideas, make sure to tweet at us using the hashtag ENN Polls. I'm Ethan Burden, and today is National Coffee Ice Cream Day.
After the break, Hannah Dennis will let us know if and when the weather will cool down.
Welcome back, Eagle Nation. Did you know that we are currently in hurricane season? Hurricane season started June 1st and went all the way through November 30th. Last Thursday, a tropical storm built up enough to a Category 1 hurricane. The name of this hurricane is Hurricane Hermine, and it's the 8th hurricane this season. The way a hurricane is named is by the number in the season, which goes along with the alphabet. For example, since this is the 8th hurricane this season, its name had to start with an H. The hurricane reached winds up to 75 miles per hour and it hit the upper part of the Florida coast around midnight last Friday night. When it hit landfall, most places around that area received 10 to 20 inches of rain. The hurricane then turned into what is called a post-tropical storm after hitting Florida, with winds up to 45 miles per hour. That storm moved up through the East Coast starting last Saturday night and all the way to today. The hurricane took one life and caused major coastal damage in Florida. It destroyed many homes and left more than 280,000 people without power. On to our local 3-day forecast. We won't be seeing any rain to the end of this week. Today's high reaches 93 with a low of 76. Tomorrow the high will be 94 and the low will be 76. And Thursday the high will be 93 with a low of 75. I'm Hannah Dennis, and on this day in 2008, a tropical storm Hannah hit Myrtle Beach in South Carolina.
Thanks, Hannah. After this quick commercial break, Abby Smith and Mackenzie Hamilton have your sports update.
On Wednesday, October 19th, PHS is administering the PSAT test to all sophomores for free. Any 9th grader or 11th grader who would like to take the test needs to sign up in the counseling office. The first National Honor Society meeting is Wednesday, September 14th at 7:50 a.m. and 3:50 p.m. in Mrs. Stevens' room 1168F. Students interested in joining PHS Art Club need to attend the assembly meeting in room 1035.
With volleyball and football officially in full swing, Abby Smith and Mackenzie Hamilton have this season's prospects as well as insight into just how the teams played last weekend. Ladies?
Thanks, guys. I'm Mackenzie Hamilton.
And I'm Abby Smith, and we have your sports update.
First, let's take a look at the Eagles football game this last Friday night.
The Eagles traveled to R.L. Turner Stadium in Mansfield to face off against the 10th ranked team in the area, the Lake Ridge Eagles.
The non-district matchup was full of close calls and solid defensive plays by both teams.
Where Prosper struggled, Lake Ridge capitalized. Starting off the game, Lake Ridge quarterback Jason Bean showed off his arm, completing the pass right off the bat.
The Prosper defense was able to hold their own, though, having a total of 3 interceptions within the game for a total of 125 yards.
Halfway into the first quarter, Lake Ridge ran for a touchdown, but their kick was blocked, making the score 6-0.
Prosper's defense continued to create turnovers, but the half ended 13-0 Lake Ridge. The Eagles were not discouraged and would head into the half with some momentum.
In the second half, Prosper quarterback Keegan Shoemaker threw for 150 yards, and in total, he threw for 205 yards. Shoemaker connected to Austin Lind, who got the running game going with a 53-yard run.
Schumacher continued to complete passes, connecting with Everett Jefferson, who ran for a 44-yard touchdown within the fourth quarter. Prosper closed in on Lake Ridge, making the score 13-6.
Lake Ridge responded with another touchdown within the quarter, though, making the score 20-6.
Prosper did not give up, though. Once again, Schumacher connected with Jefferson for a 48-yard run, but the Eagles ended up losing possession with a fumble.
The final score of the game remained 20-6 in favor of Lake Ridge, leaving the Eagles with a 0-2 preseason. The football team will look to redeem themselves this Friday night against Liberty at home.
This Saturday, the girls and boys also had a cross-country meet. The Eagles headed to North Lakes Park in Denton for the Marcus Invitational.
The girls varsity elite had 6 individuals place, with Abby Williams leading the group placing 10th, Allie Taylor placing 20th, and Emily Patterson placing 24th. The team finished 4th overall.
For the guys, Sam Rizzo led the team placing 19th. The boys varsity open also placed 15th, and the girls open event also had 4 individuals place.
Tonight, the Eagle tennis team will have a match at home against Newman Smith at 4 o'clock right after school. The volleyball team will also be playing at home at 6:30 against JJ Pierce. The Spirit leaders have requested that the student section wear white, so show your best school spirit and white out the arena tonight.
Well, that's all we have for you today. For Eagle Nation Sports, I'm Mackenzie Hamilton.
And I'm Abby Smith. Let's see what they have for us back at the desk.
Thank you, Abby and Mackenzie. Prosper football resumes this time at home on Friday.
UIL Academics is beginning, and if you are interested in joining the science team, please see Mr. L before September 9th. Meetings will start the week of September 12th.
The Youth for Tolerance Club will be holding their first meeting of the year on Wednesday, September 7th after school in room 1112. Everyone is welcome.
French Club will hold its first meeting of the year in room 1112. Officer dues, leadership positions, and t-shirts will be discussed.
Well, that's all we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Brandon Bonaparte.
And I'm Sola Kantai. Live long and prosper.